Ready. Play.
All right. Well, we've had some good momentum in this conversation. It's been great speaking to you, Myles. But before we go, we've got one other topic we should probably talk about, and that is because it was promised in the promo, and that's Raducanu confirming that she won't be back until Australia this year, or the Australian swing.
In that's not shocking.
It's not a shock. I don't understand why people are talking like that. That's news. That was fairly obvious what the plan was.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, she could have tried to sneak in a couple of tournaments in this fall period if she wanted to kind of test her luck. But I mean, what benefit do you get out of that when you could just really start fresh at the beginning of 2023? Although it is kind of a tight schedule before the Australian, because there's there's 2 WTA 500s and boom, a Grand Slam at the top of the year at the end of January. So yeah,
there's no point in risking any kind of recovery if she's not there yet.
Yeah,
if we get to like maybe late November, December, and she's tempted to enter some ITFs and she feels like she's fit, that's probably worth doing. But I don't think it's worth taking the risk if she feels like her recovery would be in jeopardy from it. So yeah,
fair enough.
2024, the Australian swing, she'll be back. I think.
She's not gonna. I don't think she's gonna get a. I don't think she's gonna get a very. How do I put this? She's going to get a tough draw. I imagine she gets a very tough draw right out of the gate in those, because I believe the WTA, the Brisbane is coming back. We'll circle back to that in 2024, but Brisbane is making a comeback. There's Auckland, there's the United Cup. All of those tournaments, like the top players are really trying to get their momentum going at the top of the season. So I can't imagine if she doesn't have a really, really tough draw in the first round, the second potential round is going to be very tough. So that's the only thing I see, or that's the only kind of tepid thing I see about coming back at the top of the year, is that people are also fresh and she's going to really, really get some strong opposition. Whereas if she came back in like November, December, like you said, maybe play an ITF, she could work her way closer to that more elite level. So we'll see. We'll see.
I could see like, if let's play some predictions with how she's going to start her season. I think she should do Auckland. If the WTA calendar is the same again, Auckland would be a less stacked draw than trying to do United Cup or Brisbane. But I mean, Coco was in it last year, but she was the only other like top player in that event. Emma had an interesting match there. I think, in 8 matches there. I think she had to pull out because she got, but she had a ground out a couple of tough wins. Oh no, she lost.
Look, there's Kuzmova. There's Kuzmova's name again. Look at that.
I remember her getting injured and then having to pull out, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think that I think the 250 that she. I think if it's Auckland's there,
in Hobart, she can play Auckland and Hobart. That's a good. Yeah, those are good. Yeah. Look, we could basically be agents at this point, Nick. Like we can tell the WTA players how to schedule their seasons.
She might get under pressure from the GB team to play United Cup. That's the only thing I can think of.
Are they for sure going to qualify?
I don't know how that's going to work. I can't remember how United Cup works.
I think it matters about like who's in the top 10. I can't think of a top 10 player from the UK on the women's side.
Norrie's dropped out the top 10 on the men's side.
Yeah. So who knows if they
might not actually be there. So if they're not there, then doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. It is storming outside of my home right now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's Raducanu telling us to just not talk about her anymore and just let her play tennis.
The storm is coming. It's Emma Raducanu. I kid you not. If you can clip that, and if Raducanu comes out swinging next year and has a big result, that's going to be relevant.
Yeah.
Cool. Well.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.